What's good? We back with the Boxing Clinic. More, your boy CJ Goodfella. Don't forget, we got the prediction coming up for Jorge Linares and Vasily Lomachenko coming up later today, and the Jamie Mughali guy and Saddam Ali. I'll get to that prediction as well. Both of them going down May 12th this Saturday. So let's get into it. Talking about Bernard Hopkins versus Gennady Golovkin, hypothetical matchup, fantasy matchup at middleweight. Who would have won? I was listening to 7-8 Sports, live stream today. Shout out to him in his channel. And what they apparently, about the title defenses. Golovkin had the regular WBA belt, so they counted those as title defenses, from what I understand. And that's not a real belt. I've been telling you that regular WBA belt is a paper championship, and it shouldn't count towards title defenses. So now I understand what the brothers in the chat in the comment section was talking about. Also gonna go live today, so be on the lookout for that. But yeah, man. I mean, Hopkins was a good fighter, especially in his prime of his middleweight division. And what people forget is Hopkins started out at 68, I believe, when he got out of prison, and then he moved back down to 160. And in his prime, he was hard to hit. He was a wet noodle, real disciplined, always made weight, was a student of the game, understood ranges, very methodical in his approach. Wasn't an offensive juggernaut, but he was a very, very balanced offensive fighter. Golovkin was an offensive juggernaut. I think Golovkin had underrated defense. This is where it's basically as far as his fundamentals, keeping his backhand home and bringing his front hand back home. Controlling distance, excellent body puncher, precision. His punches was real precise, and when you can punch with accuracy, that has a lot to do with his knockout power as well. His punch variety. I mean, he can throw any punch that you want. Left hook to the body, left hook upstairs, uppercut like we seen versus Vanes Masrosian. Hooks, jab, straight right. I mean, his punch variety is off the chain. He can close the distance pretty well on any fighter, it seems to be. He had a little trouble doing that with Danny Jacobs and Canelo, so that's skeptical. But Hopkins may have been too elusive for him, too slick and too smart. He hasn't fought anybody like Hopkins at middleweight, and that's the God honest truth. Hopkins was very dirty as well. Dirty tactics. They were able to switch range. Had the size on Golovkin. He had a lot of skill. He was something Golovkin hasn't fought yet. Honestly, something that Golovkin hasn't fought yet. A really, slick, middleweight that has the IQ and has the size and the physical stature to do it. With Danny Jacobs didn't have the accolades that Bernard Hopkins had. He didn't have the experience. He didn't have the world championship fights or the world title like Hopkins had. He held that regular WBA championship. So, Canelo, he didn't have what Bernard Hopkins had at middleweight either. He didn't have that experience. He didn't have that size. He didn't have, he had good defense. Canelo got good defense, but he wasn't well versed in the sport of boxing like Bernard Hopkins was. And it'll be a good fight. I wouldn't say that Hopkins will totally obliterate Triple G. I believe Triple G could hold his own in there for sure. Could Triple G land a punch to win this fight? Yeah, he got that punch of power. But Hopkins was very, at one point he seemed very, invincible at 160. People say, well, he fought a lot of welterweights and smaller guys. I mean, so has Triple G. He's fought a lot of smaller guys, from Kassim Uma, who started off at lower weight classes, to Willie Monroe, to a lot of different guys. With Triple G's, history of middleweight, it had been very, very weak. Even before he came to America, when it was after that Hopkins-Taylor thing, and Taylor beat Pavic beat Taylor, that the middleweight division, hadn't had that real steam, and now it's getting thick. Could opinions change? Yeah, opinions can change on Golovkin. Golovkin still can change the course of, he still controls his destiny. If he goes out there, let's say Rex Canelo, Rex Charlo, Rex Janko, Rex Billy Joe Saunders become undisputed, then we talking about, okay, You know, 36 years old. Look what this guy did at middleweight. You know, he still could add on to his middleweight lineage and, you know, make it closer with Bernard Hopkins and make it, you know, I don't know, he could have got Bernard. I don't know. You know, you can make it that type of, he still got a chance to make it that type of conversation. But right now, in my opinion, there's no doubt that Bernard Hopkins is way better than Golovkin at middleweight. And he would have beat Golovkin, I think, pretty thoroughly, you know, and pretty clearly. You know, Bernard was just great at middleweight. You know, I know a lot of people say this, Bernard won't be this middleweight, that middleweight. You're probably right. He ain't the greatest middleweight of all time. I like Hagler. I like Sugar Ray Robinson. I like a few more as well, you know. But, you know, Golovkin, he's not touching Hopkins, man. Not right now. You know, but I said he still got work to do. You know, if he's proactive and really wants to become undisputed and really wants to show that the young guns that he still got that grown man strength, man, then that's his prerogative right there, man. He still can build on it. He's still not out of reach of Hopkins. Trust me. You know, he still can do it at 36. Is the odds against him? Yeah. But, hey, I still like Bernard in this fight, man. You know, Wiley, I think, you know, Golovkin can do some things, but Bernard was a different beast at middleweight. He really was. Strong guy, good boxing IQ, good understanding of the range and boxing and what he needed to do and dissecting his opponent and making adjustments round by round. He's just too tough. I think Hopkins would just box him to a wide decision, in my opinion. Love to hear y'all thoughts on this hypothetical matchup. I don't do these too much anymore, but I thought it was a good idea hearing 7A Sports speak on it and kind of grasping that idea from him. And I definitely appreciate everybody for rocking out with us. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Numbers was good the month of April, and that's because of y'all. So continue to keep sharing and hitting the bell icon if you want to know when we drop videos. Like I said, I'm going to go live a little bit later today and get to Linares and Lomachenko and Islam Ali prediction for this Saturday. So let's ride with your boy. TBC and more. We out.